As conservative Christians leverage the Bible as a tool of marginalization to try to structure power over and against the interest and the authority of women in the church, keep in mind that Paul praised a woman apostle in the Epistle to the Romans. Hey everybody, I'm Dan McClellan. I'm a scholar of the Bible and religion. And if you look in Romans 16:7, you will see Paul getting ready to sign off, sending greetings to Andronicus and Junia. He describes them as prominent among the apostles and in Christ before him. Junia is a woman's name. Now, conservative Christians today will argue on one or both of two grounds that this is not a reference to a woman who was an apostle. First, they'll try to suggest that Junia is actually a masculine name, and this is basically a non-starter. We have hundreds of examples from the first century of the feminine form of this name in Latin. We have one example from all of ancient literature of the masculine form of this name, and it comes from over a century after the Epistle to the Romans was written. Additionally, early church fathers always refer to Junia as a woman and praise her outstanding faith as an apostle. It would be over 1,000 years before anyone would suggest that Junia was a masculine name. The second thing they'll do is suggest that the Greek needs to be reinterpreted, that the phrase prominent among the apostles is better understood as well known to the apostles. But this doesn't really fit with Paul's rhetoric here and elsewhere, because it would mean that Paul is basing his praise of Junia off the estimation of the other apostles. But he frequently did not care what the other apostles thought, and that would be uncharacteristic of him to say, look how cool she is. The apostles know who she is. Additionally, he describes Andronicus and Junia as being in Christ before him, and this would fit with his rhetoric elsewhere of being the last apostle of all the other apostles coming before him. And again, we have that witness of the early church fathers, such as John Chrysostom and several others, who praised Junia for being a woman apostle. If you'd like to look at some more scholarship on this, the best monograph is Junia, the First Woman Apostle by Eldon J. Epp. And more recently, Yi Jen Lin has published in the Journal of Biblical Literature, Junia, an Apostle Before Paul, which responds to some of the criticisms that have come out on the part of more conservative scholars since Epp's book.